So, welcome to the manual. This is a real moment. I'm in here, have tons of notes, have tons of topics to talk about. But right now, I feel uniquely drained. Um, Maybe a little stress from this week, a little bit. Maybe a little bit stress from my thoughts. I'm literally just like I'm talking to myself. I'm talking myself in and out of this moment right now. And I know some of you guys go through these moments in life where you're like, man, I need to do this. I should do this. Man, I got to do this. I need to do this. There's something when you really strive to do something for others, it takes a lot out of you, not the energy of doing it, but getting to doing it. It can be draining because all the other factors that go into play, especially if you have a business, you have a job, you have a wife, you have kids, all these things can pull your energy from doing the very thing that you know you need to do. Today, I was sitting in my bed and I heard this plane go over the house. I mean, it felt like a presidential plane. Like it almost shook the house. And 30 seconds after that, lost power. Immediately lost power. And it got me thinking, like, wait a second, I know I just paid my bill. I know, let me call my wife because maybe we just missed something. I didn't get an email. And so I'm laggy. I'm getting out of bed. I call her. She says, yeah, hey, everything should be taken care of. It's not due till the 17th. But I hear the beeping going off at my office table where my battery backup is. I'm like, yeah, this thing is surely off. And I started to walk around the house. House is completely uh, powerless. The only thing that the only way I can see through my home walking through is the natural organic sunlight that's coming out. So I'm just sitting here kind of like, man, I can't believe this power just shut off. I can't do much. And a couple things hit me while I was sitting in my power outage. Because right now I feel a little powerless. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I try to hit record 4 or 5 times, and I'm not giving you really what you deserve because I'm not thinking about who to serve. Sometimes when you're getting up, and these men I really admire, the men who get up every day and they have their families in mind, they have their communities in mind, they have their next generation in mind, they have their coworkers in mind, that they get up even when they feel powerless, when they feel in distress, when they feel anxiety. Those are things that rob us of our power from giving from a place of energy. But sometimes we have to learn how to give in a place where you're powerless, when you don't have that energy. And it got me thinking about a couple different things, even as I was sitting here talking to myself, I can't do this. I was literally saying that. And then I just heard somebody say, switch your words. You can do this. It's not for you, it's for them. I started thinking about it's not for you, it's for them. Even though this is for me too, like I know I'll be able to look back at this video and really go, man, I need to hear that. It reminds me of whenever I go to restaurants, how I can gauge the food menu is a couple different ways. It's usually two ways. I would say three. I can use my eyes to gaze around to see everybody else's plates. Man, I hope mine comes out looking like that. Man, I'm gonna order that right there. Or I'll order something on the menu that's usually a staple. I'll ask the waiter or the server, "Hey, what does everybody get here? Like, what's the main thing that everybody gets here?" And they'll kind of point me to, "Hey, the chicken tenders is like, man, it's killing. You know what? Since they have shrimp and grits, let me just order that because that'll let me know kind of the baseline, the bar of the entire place." Often though, I'll ask the server what's their favorite food on the menu. Sometimes I get a server that tells me, yeah, I work here, but I don't really eat the food here. As soon as I hear that, I'm just gonna be honest. I'm like, why are you working here? Like, why are you serving me right now? And I'm learning a lesson from that moment, even though that server doesn't even eat from the restaurant that they're serving from, doesn't mean that they cannot serve me and what I need. Yes, it's frustrating to me because I want to know what your favorite food is. I like when waiters, oh yeah, I had this. This is off the chain. This is amazing. This is XYZ. But sometimes I get a server, literally either they just started or they don't really even eat that food. They may work at a burger joint and be vegetarian. I'm like, what are you doing here? But one thing I do have to honor is their ability to serve in a place that they don't even eat from. And what is it like to be powerless? What is it like to be in distress? What is it like to be confused? Or was it really feel like you're called to something, but you just can't get to it? You don't have the will, you don't have the power to make it happen. And I'm literally sitting here telling myself, it's not about you. I need to serve them. Even though I felt powerless in the moment, I'm in an outage. Something else kind of comes to mind too, as well. Is when I look around in my house, especially as a production house, as you kind of see what I have going on here. When I have an outage, I actually have backup resources. I have a backup battery that lets me know and give me indicators that, hey, you need to protect whatever is valuable to you and what is important to you. You got about 45 minutes to shut down or to turn off before I just cut it off. And then I have lights. We don't have candles, but I have rechargeable lights, the ones that are in back of me, the ones that's above me, letting me know. And I started to really see them like, God, how can I see you in my outage and my moment where I'm feeling powerless, where I need to serve? Because I was getting up to do this podcast. I'm at the house by myself. I'm like, man, I got time. And it let me know that I should always have things that are rechargeable in my life, meaning I should always have friends around me that I know I can depend on and call on and text you like, hey man, I'm not feeling well right now. I don't want to do this right now. And while I'm in my powerless moment, while I'm in my outage, there are quick recharge, there are quick light that I can turn on or go to be recharged. Say, hey, bro, you got this. Hey, I need to hear that. Hey, don't do it for you, do it for them. And when you do it for them, you are doing it for you, for the greater good of you. At the same time, I'm seeing something else, even in this power outage, that what am I also connected to that's powerless, that's draining me, or that I'm let draining me? Do you have some friends? Do you have some things that literally drain you that you think is benefiting you or entertaining you that is draining you of your power? There's a lot of different things that men we do. There's a lot of people we hang out with that literally power drain us. Like every time you walk away from them, you just feel like I need to go take a nap. I don't know if that person is very negative. Usually it's negative people that's like, man, they're draining all the energy and positive vibes from you. If that person is very argumentative, if that person is very comparative or puts you into comparison, most of the time that can be life draining, making you powerless. Are you with a woman who's bad? She's beautiful. All she wants is sex all day and spend money all day. Not only is it draining your pockets from being powerful, it's draining your body from thinking oh, critical or having that awareness that you need in the time that you need it to be able to build, to be able to focus. But you're giving yourself away to all these powerless things, even in entertainment, video games. There's some of y'all who are on video games and you got a full family over here. You need to go to work right now. Wait a second. And it's completely drained you. After you're done, you're like, I need to go take a nap. I'm hungry. You just feel like you ran a mile. Giving yourself to powerless things, things that are not empowering you to be able to serve. I have to ask myself that same question: is what am I giving myself to that's keeping me in this state? I know that when I don't wake up at a certain time, I feel completely like the day's done. Even after 8 or 9, like I can't do anything. I'm giving myself to my negative thoughts. I'm losing power internally when we're meant to have when we have the alternative, when we have what they call the alternator. The alternator in the car just recharges the battery. It's made to run. The battery is powering that alternator, and the alternator said, "Hey, thanks for the charge. Matter of fact, I owe you some more power, and it's supposed to power you up." That's what we all need. That's what these backup batteries are. That's what positive and fruitful relationships and friendships are like. Don't be afraid to step into those things that are fruitful or powerful, meaning they will give you life, they will give you energy in a way that you didn't really expect it. And don't feel bad about releasing those things that are powerless, because I'm pretty sure if you're like me, you have a sign, you have an indicator, you have an instinct that is going off like my battery backup. It's people like, hey, bro, you need to let them friends go. Like, your mama told you, your girl told you she about to leave you because they whack and they make you do whack things. They make you think in a whack way. Hey, bro, you need to, man, are you really going to marry old girl? We don't ever see you. And when we do see you, you look tired, frustrated, and like you want to cuss something out. She draining you of that power. Or what about those thoughts you have that you've been thinking for years and years and years about yourself, about what you think other people have saying to you, and they're literally sucking and draining the power out of you. One of my favorite scriptures, even in this time, where Jesus says this, he says, come to me who are all weary and heavy laden or burdened. I would even add powerless. Are you powerless? He says, I will give you rest. Come, I will trade you my yoke, for it's easier. It's a little easier. My burden is light. Trade me your powerless thing, and I can give you rest with more power, with more energy, if you let me teach you. Are you willing to learn? That's what he says. I will teach you. He doesn't mean physically I'm going to take it. Like, no, follow my words, follow my teachings, and you'll be able to use it to be able to transform the way you think about things, how you utilize your time, how you utilize your friendships that you have. How do you interact with technology and entertainment? How much time are you going to give to it? No matter if it's for work or for your own leisure. What are those things that are draining you from being powerful in the way that allows you to serve at your highest? Today, I did not want to do this podcast. I'm like, I hit record like 8 times. Like, even right now, I'm like, I need to get up and walk. I need to go to the gym, which I'm about to do a 2 mile walk to the YMCA. What do I need to do to get my power back and be able to power into a real authentic source? One thing I find out, and I'll let you guys go with this, is even in my power outage, without no major electricity, I still had light in my power outage. Like, the sun was still coming through all windows. Even in my darkness, check me out. Even in my darkness, even in my, man, I do not want to, don't nobody need to know about this. Why do I need to make this analogy? Why my power? But God allows me to see things and learn from things. I take L's on everything, to be honest. We don't ever get the W. That W turns sideways, and we kind of stand up and make a L out of everything, because everything you can learn something in all things. I would advise every man to learn as much as you can in all things, to be able to stop and go, you know, maybe this is the lesson. I was even talking to my wife for an hour last night that there was two roads we could take. The road we've been taking for years of the miscommunication that we have, that we've been struggling with for years, or I can detour the conversation to in the moment that we feel powerless, that we feel hopeless in each other, as far as being able to communicate to each other and say, you know what if we just did it differently right now? What if I don't look at you like this? What if I don't take what you just said to me that way? What if I don't take everything you said personal into heart and be emotional about it, and make, as this is happening, I'm becoming more and more powerless for us, and you're becoming more and more powerless for us, because we're hanging on to the little power that we have of my feelings and my ego and my pride and my thoughts, and this is how I feel. And we feel like they're giving power to us individually, but it's not giving power to the both of us. God's word says that whenever there's two or more people that come together and agree on something, I am in the midst. God says that. Wherever there are two people, and I see two married people, but it could be business partners, I am in the midst. There's always a third party. And God is power. God is love. That means to me that we will be able to overcome whatever situation that we have. We will be able to overcome this argument or this miscommunication if we invite God into this communication, take our pride out, and add God's power. The ability to take the ability to take our pride out and invite God's power. When we start to agree, that's the click on. Like, hey, babe, did we pay the bill? The bill is agreement. The agreement is alignment. The agreement is God's power. That, oh, that's what we needed. Like, I shouldn't be arguing. I'm not arguing about you. I'm arguing about just our inability to communicate. I'm thinking about, I'm frustrated about not you, but the thing that maybe we're lacking right now that we haven't learned together. You see how that, and that's why I learned even in this, that's why I press record on this recording or on this camera. Because I'm like, you know what? Let me take me out of the equation. And God, I need your help to be able to convey whatever it is that you have to convey through me to these men out here that are feeling powerless. You go to work feeling powerless. You come home feeling powerless. This, we need you to be empowered. We need you to be the best you. Because there's other men that need that, but there's other men that you need to meet that will keep empowering you into your destiny. That destiny that is always going, that is a nonstop playing. We need to be able to have that type of power and strength. Even one of my other favorite verses is where it says, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength, who powers me. God, I need your help right now. Like, some of y'all don't pray, some of y'all don't believe, oh, but you about to. Times are going to come where you're going to have to pray to something or somebody. And I got the perfect person because this person lets me know, like, even when you weak, I'm strong. So do it through me. Call me, hit me up, bro. Bro, if you need a ride, hit me up. I know you don't got your car right now. I know things is a little tight. You're trying to get back on your feet. I know you ain't got no money. I know you feeling a little powerless, but I got you. Go through me. Hit me up. And how is that from the master, from Jesus, someone who says, I didn't come to be served. I came to serve you. That goes back to that waitress that I usually have a problem with. Like, why don't you eat here? She didn't come to eat. She came to serve me. I shouldn't feel bad. I would like for you to know maybe a little bit about what everybody else eats and what they go to and what the favorites are. But to have someone who don't even partake in the thing that they're serving just blows me away. That's what I had to put my pride and ego down to today is, look, maybe this message isn't for me directly, but it's for someone else. It'll feed, empower, and empower somebody else today. And I want to encourage us that whenever we get the moment, or whenever we're feeling down, whenever we're feeling hopeless and powerless, that we can find a little backup light. We can find a candle because the Bible says, let your light shine. I still have to remain to be a light for my family, for my wife, for my friends, for my colleagues, for my partners, for my team, for people I'm supposed to inspire, even when I'm out of power. That's when God steps in. I would advise us all to let's keep God in the game. You all have that player that can play literally the entire game, the whole 58 minutes, the whole, like, man, this dude is not, that's God. We all, hey, keep him, man, like, keep the jersey on, like, just keep giving him water and let him be able to refuel us and help us win in life. Even when we're learning, not losing, but we're learning, we can still have power through God who strengthens us to do this. Like, I'm getting strength right now. The more and more I talk, the more energized I get. The more I serve you, the more energized I am getting. The more I serve you, the more energized I'm getting. And I didn't know because I'm like, man, I miss my regimen. I need to go take my BCAAs. I need, like, no, God is here. I can get through this. I can make this happen. Because I said I wanted to do it, and I'm going to do it, and I'm doing it today. Even though my day is super delayed, I'm getting my power back. You're getting your power back. You're getting your word back. You're getting your mind and your will back right now. So I just want to encourage you with that today. Hopefully that is empowering you to make those necessary adjustments, that even when the power goes out in your life, even when there's an outage in your life, that there is things that you can stay plugged into, like my battery source, who lets you know, God has let me know, like, yeah, I don't need to hang out with y'all. I don't need to go to this church right over here. And there's other people, other key people that you don't even pay attention to. You forgot that's around you, who are battery backup lights. No, they don't. They're not around forever. They're not charged up forever, but they're there to let you know, hey, you can walk this way. I want y'all to hold on to that, and I want you to take advantage of that today. Wherever you are in the world, know that you are the light, and even when you go dim, even when you have a power outage, that there is a source you can plug into that will be able to energize you and give you the energy and spirit and mindset and positivity and inspiration that you need to get through to the other moment to serve who you need to serve. This is your boy. I made it happen. You helped me make it happen. I'm thinking of you. I'm praying for you. Even the men I don't even know. Hopefully, I'll meet all of 1 million of you guys one day. But even if not, hopefully that this does something for your life or for the next generation of your life too as well. You guys stay powered up as men because we are powerful. You are powerful. All the power is in you. It dwells in you. It lives in you. And that's all you need. You guys stay blessed.